In a discovery call, you're not selling anything.
Yeah.
All you're doing, well, you are actually, you're selling a presentation. That's it. Nothing else, okay? So you go into the discovery call with a mindset that if you were my prospect, David, I'd be saying, I'm thinking, before I make the call to you, I do some pre-call planning in my head, and I just jot down some notes about what do I know about David, if anything, okay? How can I help him, if anything? Do I know any more? Whatever it is. And I just put the word in big letters, H-E-L-P, and that's my mindset. So then I make the call to David, okay? And when I'm making the call to you, David, the first thing I do before I even go about sharing my story with you is I set an agenda with you. David, look, we've got 15, 20 minutes. Is that correct? You confirm the time you've got together, okay? Secondly, because by doing that, you are differentiating yourself from someone who's just trying to sell something, right? So then your second thing you say, put yourself at ease. Nothing's going to be sold to you, okay, at all. But I need to find out a little bit about you in order to decide whether, in fact, I can help you in any way, shape, or form. So this will be a 15-minute call, and during that time, you are the center of my attention. And I'll be asking you questions with your permission to find out where you are right now, where you want to be in the future, and what's stopping you from getting there. And how do we complete that gap between where you are now and where you want to be in the future? That's what I'll be taking you through. Do you feel comfortable with that, David? Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm asking that permission. Then there's no magic in the questions. You simply say, okay, David, tell me, where do you want to be? Let's say 5 years from now, where do you want to be? What it's all about. And you get them to paint the picture to you. No, I want to be doing this, I want to earn this, I want to pay my, whatever it is, okay? And each time you do them the courtesy. Do you mind if I just go through this, Joshua? I don't want to waste time. Do you mind? Yeah. I was going to do this later. Okay? Just say, look, do you mind? Do you mind, David? I'll just take notes on this because I want to make sure I remember this is important for me, okay? Because we've only got a short amount of time. So you ask permission to ask the question, you ask permission to take notes. What is that doing to the prospect? If I said that to you, how would you feel?
Happy.
Because I'm showing real interest in you, right?
Yeah.
Who's doing all the talking, you or me?
You.
Prospect. Yeah, right now I am doing what you did right now. I'm trying to teach you, not do it. Anyway, okay. So then you say, okay, so where do you want to be? More importantly, why is that important to you, David? Tell me more. Why is it important you earn 50,000? Why is it important? What's it going to do? What difference will it make to your lifestyle? Share with me. I'd really like to know. And you write down the exact words that they say. The exact words, right? And there may be 2 or 3 things. They could be whatever the desires are, etc. Right? So now say, okay, look, David, look, let me share this with you because you've got to keep it pretty quick. It's only 15 minutes, right? Tell me something. Am I right here that you want to earn X, Y, and Z because of A, B, and C? And you use their words. Am I correct? Did I understand you correctly? Okay. And the answer will be yeah. Fine. Okay. Now, where are you now? Let's look at where you are now, David. What's the issue where you are? What's the thing that's really pissing you off where you are right now? What is it? What's the problem where you are? I hate my boss. Okay, I've been passed over for promotion. I'm sick of the travel. I want more time with my family. But whatever it is, okay. Okay, fine. Thank you. I appreciate that. Once again, tell me something. This is important, right? And you give them back their words again. Did I get you right? A, B, and C, right? Fine. What's stopping you from going there to where you want to be? What have you tried? What's stopping you? Help me understand what's stopping you from doing it. They will probably never been asked that question before. Okay? So think about it, and they will stutter a fraction because you are then starting to dig very deep with them. You are starting to really get under their skin, and it's going to disturb them, and it'll be painful for them. Okay, very important you do that. But once you find out what it is, okay, then you know. Then you know. So then you say, okay, how important is it to you to do this? Blah, 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 blah. That's the process of the discovery call. And that's the reason why at the beginning of this discovery, you share your story. Otherwise, they will never let that come out. All right? Set the agenda, it's 15 minutes. Firstly, I want permission to share a story with you so you know why I'm here with you today. So you share your story, then you go, where do you want to go? Where are you now? What's the gap? What's stopping you from getting there? How important is it to you? Share that with me. Give them back their words. You just told me this is important to you because A, B, and C. Is that right? Is that truly right? Okay. You've given me A, B, and C. Which one's the most important? A, B, or C? Which one is it? And tell me why. So C is more important than A and B, right? Whatever it is. Okay. Why is that, David? And you're pushing them. You're pushing them to get their words out. You're pushing them to share with you from their gut what is important to them. Right? Once they've got that out and you confirm back to them, you simply say, I now understand. I now understand. Firstly, thank you for your honesty, for sharing with me. Secondly, would you be interested if I could show you a way to solve your problem? Yes or no? Because it's their problem. They just shared it with you, right?
Yeah.
Would you be interested? Yeah. Okay. Well, if I gave you access to a presentation that would really help you solve that problem, would you watch it? Yes or no?
What if you've already been through this process? Because I do a lot of that through messaging, then send them, once I've found out what they want, and then I ask them how they'd feel when they've achieved it. Then I ask them if I can share a video of them. Then they watch the presentation. And then after, I try to get on a call. That's the way I work.
Well, David, let me share with you. You cannot achieve that via Messenger. There is no way you can achieve that via Messenger. There's no way you can actually get people to open up from their heart fully on Messenger. Can't do that. It won't work.
Okay.
You're pushing the proverbial up a hill, right? You can't do that. You need to talk to them. You need to get on a call with them. You need to say, look, David, we've been messaging backwards and forwards here. I'm interested in trying to help you if you're interested in trying to help yourself. Okay? Can we have a 15-minute call? I'll send you my calendar link and we can chat about it and we'll find out whether, in fact, I can help you achieve whatever you want to achieve. You're the center of attention. You're the purpose of things. Okay? You can't do it with Messenger. You really can't. Messenger sets up the opportunity to talk. But there's going to be, don't expect the bot to do all the work for you. There's going to be a time when, because it's really clever, it's a very clever process, but it cannot replace the human personal touch. You can't do that. And that's probably why you're getting people reacting, because they haven't really opened up to you. They haven't really given you from their heart what's going on with them. They've just been typing messages back to you. And there's no emotion involved in that.
So would you say do the discovery call, then send them the web class as?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah, don't do it the other way around, because otherwise you're going to be wasting opportunities. Peter, you've shown your vulnerability in your story, gives them more chance of sharing their pain points with you if you ask and coach there. Correct. Peter, that's quite true. It is sometimes easier to speak to a stranger. I'm just quoting what Pete's got in the chat. Interesting thing is, however, if you share your story and show that you are vulnerable, it'll shock them, because very few people expect it. They're expecting you to sell them something, right? And you're not going to sell them anything. What you're doing is you're showing genuine interest in them. And that's the strength of this, because behind you, you know you've got a darn good product in the CEO movement, but you hold it back to find out whether they're the right prospect. Are they the right person? Okay. And if they are, fine. If I, would you, with the presentation. Make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
That help?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm happy with that.
Mine's just and I think a lot of the guys will take from this as well, what's the best way to get more people on calls? Like, I just have seemingly dried up in that front.
What are your main prospecting sources, Joshua?
Mainly Facebook right now.
Be more specific.
So I'm still running ads, but the ads are going to the messenger bot. And also I'm doing quite a lot of organic outreach and speaking to people from a personal Facebook too. So is it just a numbers game, I'm guessing?
In a way it is a numbers game, but at the same time, I mean, when you do your Facebook Lives, are you getting any feedback from them?
Yeah, pretty good engagement. I have good conversations as well, but then it's the part where it breaks down is the planning part, in terms of like, hey, do you want to get on a call? They agree, and then I either send a Calendly link, get their permission to do so, and then kind of just stops.
So they're not serious.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking as well.
I don't know. I mean, that was the top of my head thinking. But the bottom line is this: if I would send a calendar link to somebody if they have convinced you that they're worth it.
Yeah, true.
Okay. So in other words, you've got to stop yourself from chasing and turn around and get them coming back for you. In other words, get them to perceive that if I can get hold of Josh, if I can just grab a few minutes of his time, just maybe he can help me. That's what you've got to do. That's the mindset you got to have, right? So that's why I said earlier to you, David, you can't achieve all of this just via Messenger alone, okay? But if you're doing it in the Messenger, I would simply say, and if it was you, Josh, you would say, Josh, look, I don't want to waste your time and my time. How serious are you? In the message before that, how serious are you about this? Convince me that you are serious. Be straight out, convince me. And they might come back and say, what do you mean? And you simply say this: if I send you a calendar link, I do not want you to ignore it. I'm prepared to share my time with you. Okay? Are you prepared to honor that, yes or no? Okay? So what you're doing is you're qualifying or disqualifying them before you send the calendar link. And by the way, if you do it that way, most people have not had that type of conversation before, because you're being brutally open and honest with them, right? You're really being honest with them. And if they are going to play games with you, okay, and if they, I mean, let's take the worst case scenario, Joshua. You say, look, if you're really serious, then I would send you a calendar link, but I don't want to waste your time and mine. If I send you the link, are you prepared to honor the time I'm prepared to give you? It costs you nothing. Yes or no? Okay? If they say yes, and you send the calendar link, and there is no reaction, I would follow that by saying, I've waited 48 hours, Joshua. Obviously, your level of ethics and mine are not the same. I wish you well. Peter, they have 15 minutes of your time to convince them that you can help me. Absolutely, Peter. Yeah, that's the mindset. Correct. Okay? Convince me that you're worth my time. I mean, and now it sounds arrogant, right, when you think about it. But they don't expect it. You haven't got to say it that way, but I was in a bit naughty there. But by the same token, you put it this way: people like to do business with people who are busy and successful. They don't want to do business with people who've got all the time in the world. Okay? But if you're busy and you're going to say, I can probably squeeze you in, okay? I can probably squeeze you in if you are prepared to honor the time I'm about to share with you. If you are, then I will be delighted to see what we can do together for you to help you. Okay? That's the sort of thing. Sean, have you made any sales yet? No sales? Have you had any sales conversations yet?
Yeah, I've been speaking to leads for like the last 5 or 6 days, maybe 2 weeks. But
I'll come back to you, David. What have you been saying to them?
Just general conversation, really. I haven't really sent the class to anyone yet.
When you're saying conversations, you're talking about written conversation or verbal ones?
Written so far.
Okay. So in that conversation, what's your objective?
Just to create an interest in what I'm doing, really. because I've been just
No.
preparing them for the launch that we're doing on Sunday.
I understand that, but they're not the slightest bit interested in what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
What they're interested in is, can you help them? They don't want
Yeah.
to know about that. You won't know whether you can help them unless they're prepared to open up to you. All right?
Yeah.
So please, if you're doing your messaging to try and convince them to come to a CEO presentation, you're thinking about you. You're not thinking about them at all. It's all you. And that's exactly how they're going to perceive it, whether it's in written format or verbal format. That's exactly how it'll be perceived. You need to reverse that, Sean. You need to be getting them to understand that you are prepared to share some time with them to see whether in fact you can help them with whatever they're trying to do. But more important, that you're genuinely interested in knowing about them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah, completely.
All right. Okay, I think I might get off my pedestal a bit here. I'll shut up.
No, it's good. I need to know this.
These are tactics I use when dealing with business clients. They respond to it worded right. Yeah. In fact, Peter's, I'm referring to a comment in the chat there. They're not tactics when business client. This isn't a mindset you can approach with anybody. With anybody. All right? And at the end of the day, Peter, the key issue is this, that you are in a position to help people who are prepared to help themselves. Okay? But you won't know that until they open up to you. And they don't trust you, they don't like you right from the word go, because it doesn't matter what you put in messages, right? This is why you're finding, when you're finding people who are, you're doing messages with them and all of a sudden you send the calendar link and nothing happens because they didn't buy into you. It's all words, nothing real. It's all bullshit, to be quite frank, right? This is being polite. And you didn't really rock their boat. You didn't really upset them. You didn't really stir them up to a point when you opened them up and got them vulnerable. And that's, I'm finishing by saying, that's why it's important you get the chance to share some thoughts with them about your story that completely reverses it. That's the whole point of it. Your story is the most essential marketing tool you will have. If you get that story right, then getting the sale is pretty darn simple because you're just helping them get what they want. But you won't know what they want unless they're prepared to open up to you. And the only way they're going to open up to you is by you sharing a story and being vulnerable with them and then being prepared to listen and ask questions to identify where they are now, where they want to go, and what's stopping them from getting there. That's the discovery call. It's not rocket science. And you don't script it all out. Just have a mindset of being helpful. And once you've done your story over a couple of minutes, okay, after that, they're doing all the talking. And you're just guiding them along by questions. Tell me more, Peter. That's interesting, yeah? So is this, why is this important to you? Okay. Do you mind if I take the notes down? Blah, blah, blah. I've said all this before, right? And so you're showing real, genuine interest in them. And once you do that, then you're positioned. Remember I said in the sales process, you are positioning yourself. You are positioning yourself to get a far higher conversion rate because people feel obliged to you because you've spent your valuable time and told them the bloody truth. That's the point of it. And you can't do that via messenger. Impossible. I don't care if you're Shakespeare with a great wordsmith, you can't do it. Okay.